I've always been a keen observer. During big family gatherings, I would notice a common pattern where most of the fathers would be in one corner, chatting, drinking, and just having a great time, while most of the mothers are by the pool, watching over the children and looking visibly exhausted. As a teenager, I remember thinking to myself, this doesn't seem fair at all, and although I brushed it off back then, but now that I'm at an age where most people around me are talking about settling down, these observations have resurfaced. Hello everyone, my name is Abby, and in this video, I will be sharing my personal thoughts and values about marriage. This isn't to invalidate anyone's choices, but to simply offer insight into my perspective. One time, I found myself in a heated discussion with someone who persistently called me out, almost humiliating me for not having plans to settle down at my age. Now, I am not the kind of person to, explain my choices, but I also do not condone disrespect. So I openly shared my thoughts, which is that marriage isn't something that I should rush myself into, especially when I am well aware that it will drastically change my life and run the risk of me taking on more responsibilities. As a self sufficient woman who has the freedom to do anything I want whenever I want, why would I want that? Personally, I feel that traditional marriage tends to benefit men more while women take on a larger share of responsibilities. In many households, women handle childcare, housework, take on more emotional labor, and even the planning, tasks that are both physically and mentally exhausting, often without equal support or recognition. While men, on the other hand, are often praised for doing what should already be a shared responsibility, like washing the dishes or comforting their children when they cry. Now, I am not saying that all marriages are like this because certainly there are relationships where both partners put in the equal effort and work together as a team. But in my observation, this imbalance is more common than not, and it's something that deeply concerns me. Women are often sold the idea that marriage is the ultimate goal, one that brings us happiness or something that completes us, but it's not always portrayed as a partnership of equals. Instead, we view it as a progression that leads to more responsibilities for women, often with fewer of the physical and emotional benefits. That said, I do believe in the power of partnership. I believe in finding someone who shares the same values and goals, someone who respects the need for balance and mutual effort. For me, marriage or any other long term partnership can only work if there is a clear agreement on shared responsibilities, open communication, and most importantly, respect for each other. Instead of seeing marriage as a status symbol or a societal expectation, I think we should start viewing it as a conscious choice, one that adds value to both people's lives rather than just fulfilling an ideal that society expects of us. I don't believe that marriage is inherently a bad thing, nor am I saying that it's not worth it at all. I recognize that it works for some people, and I've seen relationships where both partners genuinely share responsibilities and create a balanced dynamic. I just know that for me, marriage will only be an option if I can establish a partnership that aligns with my values, one where responsibilities, respect, and contributions are truly shared. In the end, it comes down to choice. Whether or not someone wants to get married should be based on their values and what they want from a relationship, not because it's what's expected or the next step in life. I think the key is finding someone who truly understands that and is willing to put in the effort to create something meaningful, equal, and fulfilling. I am not against marriage, just against the notion that it has to be a certain way, one that leaves women carrying more than they should. At the end of the day, I believe that marriage should be a conscious choice, not an obligation. It's about knowing what you want, setting clear expectations, and making sure that it adds value to your life rather than take away from it. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you on my next one.